My light went out. Get my light back in. I'm live. All right, not really planning on being live for long. It's gonna be, or I want it to be a very short video. So come on in. You come in, hit the thumbs up. If you are on YouTube, on Facebook, make sure you hit like and you hit share. Let me know if you all can hear me well too. On my YouTube, let me know how my sound is. Facebook, let me know how the sound is. Like and share this to your page, right? So it's tax season, and I saw this post. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Post on Facebook. It may or may not be. Maybe something that's been circulating for a long time, but I thought it was interesting. By far, I thought it was an interesting point of discussion. So the post pretty much stated, would you like a 800? Hello, Tamika. Thank you. Jean, you can hear me well. Thank you so much. If it's your first time, okay, thank you, Shay. First time logging on. I am known, or I have been crowned the queen of credit. People that I've helped in credit situations, right? And let me get this last platform. And so when I saw this post, I thought it was very interesting. 800 credit score or prefer housing tax refund. Why I'm setting up, answer that question to people that are already tuned in live. I want you to post, which would you prefer, right? Which would you prefer? Would it be an 800 credit score? Hello, 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 hello. Or, I ain't gonna YouTube. Let's see how that looks. Okay, that might look a little better. Would you prefer? Thank you for the digital love, Mike Ike. 800 credit score, or okay, some people say 800 credit score or 800 tax refund. Some people say 800 credit score. I thought I just shared this. Hold up. Hello, 800 credit score. Okay. Anyone else want to comment? And let me get this. To be honest with you, I've never received an $8,000 tax refund, right? You might be like Kanye West and be glad that you got that tax refund. So I think everyone that's going to come in or can, people may be driving or maybe their hands are not free, have already commented. But this is why I would highly suggest the 8,000 tax refund, right? This is why I would highly suggest, I know you thought, I probably thought I would say something different. But for some people, okay, people say 800 credit. I still have some people saying 800 credit. But let me tell you something. If you don't know how to use credit to your advantage, right, you're going to abuse it. And oftentimes when I host workshops or clinic or conferences on the topic of credit and cash flow, a lot of people that are tax professionals, bankruptcy attorneys, they really, really talk against the credit game. And I come to find out, I used to take it a little personal, right? Because I'm passionate about credit, but I come to find out it's not that most 95% of the people that comes to the conferences topic is not one that people are well sought out. And the reason why I would recommend for some people the $8,000 tax refund is because you have no idea of how to use and leverage your credit to create more cash flow in your life, right? There was a post, for example, by Robert Kiyosaki, and the post said that for some people, when they have more money, they will have more problems because they would just get deeper into debt. They would just get deeper into debt. And so a lot of people think that credit is a result of low income or no money or negative cash flow, in which, bad credit, that does and have some parts to do with it. But if you don't have a financial education, if you don't have a financial background, you will abuse money and credit. And so my advice to these people would be, get your $8,000 and then number one, invest in yourself, because you are number one. You will be the average. You will be the average of the 5 people that you hang around the most. And if you never invested in educating yourself financially or understanding how this credit and cash flow game work, you might as well get the 8,000, get out and know how it feel like to be rich for 3 months, right? Because either one of those without the proper foundation education would be abused. Now, there's a post on my Facebook that says, people are really out here buying $1,000 iPhone. And I put a 600 credit score, but the person that originally made the post said a 400 credit score with the 400 credit score just so they can take high quality pictures of the struggle, right? And your priorities are wrong. They're just wrong for most people that have a credit score under 600. Now, going into 2020, I'm not going to talk the talk. I'm actually going to walk the walk. And I'm beginning to learn about trading stocks, not holding for the long term, because the stock market is very volatile and is very manipulated. So stock trading with my credit and investing in real estate, because I would much rather have a tenant, 1 or 2 tenants or 4 tenants to deal with than 4 people with a negative credit score. And when I say negative, I'm talking about people that 100 below just really have a rapid tax return mentality. And this is what I mean by that. With your taxes, right, you already have some people that's paying $600 and $700 just to get an advancement on their taxes because they have overspent or underspent, or they've been struggling all year, paycheck to paycheck, right? A deadline that's in 12 days, but they will pay $600 or $700 to get an advancement on their tax return. They'll just blow $600, $700, just give it away, right? And so I have a 600 rule going to 2020. If you have under a 600 credit score and you don't have over $600 to invest in credit, then you're not going to be my client. I'm not. Even if you have something simple, 1 or 2 collections, and it's John, I'm not the person for you to contact, right? You might need to get a month-to-month payment plan. Someone's just going to charge you $89 a month, and it takes six months to get 2 collections off, right? Versus 30 days or 60 days with me, because this is a true story. This is real life. I had a person with 10 collections. Everybody watching live, or you're watching this live on the replay, I want you to put 9 out of the 10 collections were deleted by just today's date is January 15th, right? The person focused on the 1 medical collection that remained on their credit report. And this person did not pay anything for the services. Their comment to me was, I think you disputed this collection 2 or 3 times. And then I said, well, what about the other? Now, remind you, the person was doing some services with me. So it was kind of a service thing. I'm just not helping people for free, taking my time. But that would have been like a $1,500 job for me. So I really missed out on maybe a $1,500 job, right? So then the person says, a day long, it will not delete it off your credit report. So today the person's credit report came back because a dispute was put in December the 4th that 10th collection that they were saying that was still on there, that last one, deleted. No, thank you. No, hey, I know I rushed. And then you have a lot of people that give you the side. So for me, if you don't meet the 600, it's just not worth my time, because you have to understand, I do get a lot of clients who are already at the 700 credit score and they just need something simple, like some inquiries deleted, or in there trying. But for the most part, if you're looking at negative credit all day long and dealing with the negative mindset that comes along with that, that's mentally draining, right? And so I'm going to pick my people, my clients, very meticulously, right? Because I'm not dealing with that rapid tax refund mentality. Credit is not like your rapid tax refund that you can spend an extra $600-700 to get thousands back. And a lot of people have that. Also, I made a post on YouTube that if you have under a 600 credit score, because I was in communication with the client, and just mind you that my services state is consulting and coaching, right? And as a coach, not only with credit and cash flow, but with sports, oftentimes you're not going to like what the coach has to say, right? Sometimes the coach, I tell my players, the girls I coach all the time, sometimes I can't be your coach and your cheerleader. I have to let you know straight up and honest for you to get better. But, the truth hurts, as Lizzo say, truth hurts. And people don't want to hear the truth. So I made a post. Thank you for the thumbs up on YouTube, Facebook. That if you have under a 600 credit score, you should not be driving any of your vehicle, right? And I mean that. No BMW, no Infinity, no Mercedes. You have a under 600 credit score. And if you can't tell me straight up, what interest rate you're paying on that luxury vehicle, all you know is you're able to make an $850 payment on a luxury vehicle, and you can't tell me straight up the interest rate on that, then you shouldn't be driving it, because you don't know what it's costing you. I tell people all the time, you're going to buy these luxury vehicles with your credit score under 600, or you're going to go out and blow your tax refund putting $3,000 down on something brand new. You are with the credit score under 600. I think you need to have a credit score at least 680 to 700 to drive a luxury vehicle. Some people on my YouTube said I was being generous. They felt like you need a 700 or above credit score before you should be in a Mercedes, BMW, and or an Infinity, right? But whatever the case may be, hey, if you like throwing your money out the window in interest because you're a bad credit score just to be able to drive a luxury vehicle, unless you're sleeping in it, I don't care what your salary is, $800 a month, $850, $900 is too much to pay. If you have double interest on you have interest to pay for any type of vehicle. And the first thing you need to do with your money, your $8,000, and invest in a money mindset, right? Have some goals and aspirations of what you want to do with your credit. Some people are so afraid of it. I listened to this lady call in on the Dave Ramsey show, and she said that she had $126,000 saved, right? and she owed that much on her mortgage, and she wanted to know whether she should pay that mortgage off, and her mortgage was like $980 a month, or keep the $126,000 in saving, right? Okay. Yes, Miss Watkins, not to mention the maintenance on those vehicles. Shaking my head, it's a total waste of money. Learn my lesson. And I told the person, I was sharing my personal story. This person got offended. I drive a BMW, but guess what? It doesn't come with, it's paid in full. I will never buy one again because I don't like the maintenance issues I had to deal with. As a matter of fact, it's getting maintenance now. The starter is out on it. But and so I didn't mind paying that maintenance because it didn't come with a car note. A Mercedes under $50,000, even the BMWs over $50,000. You get them under $50,000. Xfinity, Mercedes, Porsche, Maseratis, whatever it is. You have to drive those cars on a daily basis, so you won't have maintenance issues, right? And so to me, it's just throwing money out the window. Now, do I love luxury vehicles? Do I like them? Yes, I do. But when I purchase them, I'm not going to deny myself of them. But when I purchase them, I'm going to have the cash flow coming in through passive income to pay the note. I don't like Hondas. I won't drive them. But I definitely won't drive a vehicle and paying double interest in a high interest rate under a 600 credit score. And I have a 825 FICO score, and all of my vehicles are running quite well. So if you don't like the truth, right? Like I said, Lizzo said, truth hurts. Then I might not be your financial coach. My business says financial consulting, which consists of credit advancement and credit improvement and enhancement, right? So if you want to remain in this rat race, you have no problem throwing your money into bad investments, depreciating assets. You can go out buy a new vehicle today and decide tomorrow, right, that you want to I don't want it anymore. I'm going to turn it in. You're going to lose $4,000 or $5,000. Just point blank. So you know what? That's me. That's who I am. That's who I'm dealing with 2020. So I'm walking the walk, not just talking the talk. I'm using my credit to invest in more in real estate because, again, I would rather deal with 1, 2, 4 tenants if I get a fourplex than to deal with certain people with this mentality, because your bad mentality can spill on my mindset for the day. And like I said, nothing against, I've had 95% of my clients that are just wonderful to work with. Don't get me wrong. All right, cuz my cousin, he made a great post today. Jarvis, he's saying he needs some more help to get an 800. He real close to it. I really appreciate, man. Facebook, and I shared his post, and he said, I'm gonna say it in a nicer way than what he put it out there. But he shared a post. I shared his post. I'm gonna say it in a nice way. I'm gonna rephrase it. But he said, people are out there flashing their cash. Young men, I guess around his age. He's 30. Okay, 30. And they're flashing their cash. But real women that know that, cash depreciates, the bank are increasing. So flashing these $100 bill, the game is out. On 31st, he'll be 20. All right. Happy early birthday, cuz. And he knows that anyone that wants to build something, they want your credit on point. They want your credit, because what use is it for you to have high income and a low credit score? You're just getting your and I tell people, you have under a 600 credit score, you shouldn't have anything financed. Nothing, nada, zip. Upholding it for the people that may have bad credit situation. I'm always debating with tax professionals. I'm always debating with bankruptcy. But sometimes I interact with people that make what they say about people with bad credit true. Now, I will stand my ground on this, right? Life happens to people. Everybody don't have bad credit because they abuse it. Life happens. I myself have had collections on my credit report, something that happened 2 years ago, and out of the blue, boom, this company sold it in a collection without any mailing notice, and that stuff pops up. It happens, right? Right, Jarvis. He said, he's trying to sign his name and be done. I reach out to me, send me a message on Facebook and we'll connect. Right. And stuff like that happens. Boom, you got a medical emergency, right? And now you went to the doctor or the clinic or the ER, the emergency room, and for some reason that debt was sold over to a collection agency, and boom, life happened to you, right? But people that I'm have to deal with about paying $650. That's less than $200 for all three credit agencies. That mindset, man, you toxic. I'm not dealing with you in 2020. And to be honest with you, I'm getting passive income so I can do less with try to fix your own credit because you appreciate it, right? When you're dealing with someone that can get things did in 30 days for you. Please go and try to get it did yourself. Because I tell you all the time, it's 3 reasons by law that you can get things deleted. If it's inaccurate, unverifiable, and incomplete, then it is what it is. Mention that you can go to some people, and if they have to dispute for you 3 times, after that 3rd time, they're charging you. So for the people that's impatient, say, hey, it came back the first time, 30 days is verified. And I'm continuing to work with you to help you improve and enhance your credit. Go try other services, right? They tell you after 3 disputes, if it's not deleted, you're going to have to pay us to keep contesting this account for you, right? So very particular who I work with. I'm getting my own passive income in through real estate investing. I'm excited about that. I'm going to show you all so I can do less of the credit because it's a mental and mind game. It's a hustle, right? And, just having less people to work with, but making the same amount of money, right? So only if you're serious. Like I tell anybody, what if it takes you 2 years to get good credit? You created that bad credit in a matter of years. Right? What if it takes 6 months? What if it takes 30 days? Because I tell people, if you want a credit sweep, that's fine. But if you are not honest and you file identity theft report to get a credit sweep, that means temporarily deleting negative items on your credit report for 45 days only to be replaced back on there if they, after investigation, it shows that those accounts were accurate and they were not a product of true identity theft that you claim that you're a victim of. Gone after that, and then not only that, it disqualifies you for business credit. And because it shows that you have placed that fraudulent information on your credit report, then when it reappears after 45 days, you can get it deleted permanently and be just as patient with getting a negative credit or bad credit enhanced or improved, just as patient as you were when you created the bad credit. Some people have been living with bad credit for years. And they would get impatient after 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. Then I have some people I haven't heard from like June, July, and they come to me now when a new collection has appeared in their credit report. Something new comes on your credit report, or an old collection was sold to a new collection. That's a new problem that requires new money. Sorry. New problem that requires new money. So, hey, I will keep you all posted. Less credit services, 2020, more of investing in real estate, stocks trading for me, right? So if you don't see me as on live as much as I used to be, that's because I'm making real money mindset moves out here, right? And my time is just very, very limited. Hey, you all have a great 2020. My website is always www.𝒞𝓋𝑒 and Cash.com. Thanks, YouTube. I guess no one have any comments or questions. Thanks for tuning in. And I will see you. I'm going to be the example of this year how to use your credit. If I can hit this